welcome back to One Mic Media. Gotta love that intro every time. And I'm here today to discuss The Acolyte, Star Wars, and we are up to episode 5 of this very divisive series among regular fans and Star Wars fans. We did not talk about episode 4, but we want to put them together, episode 4 and 5. We are back here today to discuss, and of course, I could not discuss this without my usual suspects. Gonna break them in one by one. Mr. Star Wars himself, my man E Money.
You.
Yo. And of course, you gotta good. Gotta bring in my homegirl with all her facts and opinions, her eclectic style, giving these reviews. My girl Chloe Diz. What's up, Chloe?
What's up? I'm ready to talk about this today.
Okay, let's go. But we can't do it without your other half. Oh man, Darth Josh this over there. Josh Wary.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Josh and his lightsaber video, watching this episode a little bit.
I love that.
Earlier. But anyway, like we said, episode 4 and 5 we're going to talk about. And let's go back to episode 4 when they first wound up on looking for Kalnaka, the Wookiee. And, we see two different groups. We see May and, of course, Chimere with her. And then we see the group of Jedi going after May, all trying to stop her from killing the Wookiee Jedi. And it's been a lot of time in this forest, a lot of back and forth. E, how you feel about episode 4? I'm sorry, last week.
All right, so 4, I enjoyed it. I like the mystery and the secrecy and on certain things. Other things, they could do way better at, but it's like a how can I say it? It's just like the show itself. It's the good and the bad. It has its good and it has its bad. So,
Okay.
but I enjoyed it for what it was for real. That both episodes.
Okay, let's go back to just 4 for a second. Chloe, how you felt about last week's episode 4? Right. And I know Chloe fall asleep easy, so I know Chloe.
I'm gonna say it was too short. I was like, dang, I waited a whole week for that. I know that there has to be episodes that aren't just like action packed every single time, but every single time I'm just like, why can't y'all just make it action packed every single time? Like I felt like E Money, like what's up? Now the ending was what I was looking for, but that was only about 3 minutes. So I was like, I just waited 20 some odd minutes and then got to the good part and then it just cut off and I gotta wait a whole another 7 days.
Right.
So
thank you.
That was the reason why I was just like, oh, all right. But I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like at this point, every episode should be hitting. Like it should have been some other things, story building, world building. It just was kind of like, where's this going? Something about to happen. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's taking forever to get there. And then we got there and I was like, oh, interesting. And then the episode was over.
Right. Josh, how'd you like the slow build up? Night stroll in the forest, episode 4 was.
Oh yeah. For me, I liked it a lot personally. I know it's going to be controversial, but I really, really, really
mystery to it, right?
I really like the pacing of it because for me, again, it's 100 years before anything we know about Star Wars, and we only know other things because of the novels and legends and other canon, but we never actually got to see it. We could play it in a video game, but not actually see something that is going to be canonized by the modern Star Wars structured by Disney, right? So again, as E Money, I'm just thankful to get more Star Wars content. I'm getting things that I literally wished about, prayed about, and I'm getting blessed with now. So I know when to be thankful for my blessings. So I understand the gripes, which are fair. I guess for me, I like slow build up, which is why I like shows like Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. And additionally, the context once we saw episode 5, and then you see really what happened. You saw the logistics of Star Wars. This is the new Star Wars, right? You can't have too much of a risk, especially after these past couple years, right? So you can't jump out the window 40 minute episodes, 50 minutes. You can't do a Game of Thrones budget. You not like that yet. You have to earn that. So for
True.
me, the way I
True.
saw it, episode 4 was called Day, episode 5 was called Night. Clearly, in the editing room, they had to chop it right in the middle, and I get it. You got to stretch out the season. You can't go in too far because Star Wars fans will critique every single millimeter of film, no matter what
God.
happens. And to me personally, I'm at the point where, okay, that's fair that y'all feel that way. That's awesome. Let's put some productive creative energy, create a fan fiction of something you want to see. If it's that good, it's going to go viral on its own. You're going to get clamorings from all the fans. Yo, make that, make that, make that. And then they come in and be like, offer you a job to be a writer at Star Wars. And then you can fix the issues if you really got those issues. But I'm of the mind that people are going to have issues regardless of what they get. I'm like, what more do you want? You're not getting Star Wars. You're not getting Skywalker or anything. Got that. You got to go back in time. You got that. That's why I'm like, what more do you want? But that's just me.
Can I say something really quick?
Oh, please. I got a lot to say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I get your point, but at the same time, like I'm not a Star Wars fan by any means, but Mandalorian, I liked how that was shot. I don't know, did people know what a Mandalorian was?
Like they know what bounty hunters were, yeah,
But they
but
didn't
that
have,
specific person, no.
No.
yeah, they didn't have a storyline, just like the Acolyte ain't really have a storyline. So for me, it's like I needed that type of pacing for this show. Like I needed that. I'm like, they could have even did little cute stuff with little Pip. I feel like Pip is just there for no reason. Like they could have did something else. It was just missing in that episode. It was just missing things. Like even in Mandalorian, they would do like certain. There were other characters that were interesting, like the lady who fixed the ships, or like you saw random aliens doing stuff. Like this show, you don't really get that. You just see, I don't know, bits and pieces. Like for instance. Okay, one example. In the forest with them little flying things,
Mm-hmm.
they could have. I wanted to see something. Like I feel like that was the opportunity for them to be like really fighting them things, so we could really see how bad, how crazy them animals were. They kept saying, "Oh, the jungle's dangerous," but I ain't see no danger except for some moth things. I need to see more. I wanted them to be like, I don't know, some toads or something that's poisonous, giant animals chasing them while they're trying to get to their destination, just like in Mandalorian. But they didn't do that for me, so
So
it
Josh
wasn't
is
horrible. But I'm like, there's no excuse. If they could do it with the Mandalorian, they could do it with this.
Josh's Mando was great to non-Star Wars fans because of Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, the new Mickey Mouse. That's
I'll say this. Right?
Yep.
It would never be like the Mandalorian. One, if you read it, where it says Acolyte, it says mystery sci-fi. The Mandalorian wasn't a mystery. We didn't, the Mandalorian, he was just doing shit. This
But
right here
to
was a
me, it was a
mystery. It's a
mystery.
different genre. It's a different genre.
Imani,
This is
it was a mystery to me because I ain't know none of them characters. Like
right. I ain't know none of these characters either. But these
exactly.
characters, I got more into this. I enjoyed the Mandalorian, but I got sucked in more into this, trying to figure out who and what the fuck was going on. Like they
Yeah.
really did that for me.
Yes, I agree. But I'm just saying there were gaps of just like dead air for me.
Yeah, there was messed ups. There was
So I'm
missteps,
like, in
but
the dead air, it should have been like things
but for
happening.
but for me to add the kids into the mix during, they missed a lot of the shit. But during episodes 4 and 5, they caught because they just kept coming in here trying to watch to see because they seen lightsabers. Now they want to see the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just off of that alone.
It was a
Just
slow
off of
build
that.
up.
Well, all right. Let me jump in here. First of all, I'm gonna go way back to E and its mystery, bro. Okay. First of all, I knew it was Chimera after last episode. There was never.
I mean, of course, yes, yeah. But look how many episodes before that you didn't.
They didn't even show nobody. That's why.
No, they showed him. They had him right in front of our face. They was giving her poison. He was doing stuff for her. They had that man right in front of our face, and nobody thought about it right till episode 4. So I don't want to hear nothing about. Oh, I found out.
But hold on. In this episode 5, when he reveals himself, it wasn't no reveal.
He didn't reveal himself. Somebody forced him to reveal himself.
Right, but
he ain't really reveal himself.
Right, but it's supposed to be this big reveal because the way they shot it was like how Soul was like, "Oh my God, it's you." The audience was like, "We knew that shit last week. It wasn't a surprise to us already." Something like that. Like they should have kept it a freaking like once he left the screen. Once he was she tied him up in episode 4, and then the Kiyonaka got killed, and then he was nowhere to be found. Who else was it besides him?
I still was thinking other people though. I had him in mind, but I had other people in mind too.
I agree with E-Money. I agree. Because it was like a little voice in the back of my head, like, oh, it's probably this guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, maybe it's her mom.
I swear. And they still hit us with something with that.
The white mom, not the black mom.
Right.
Because I seen the arm.
Go ahead, Josh.
That's what I thought with the spikes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say definitely not the other mom, but I'm sure she get busy. But she ain't gonna do that. She's too much into her cult and religion, so she ain't gonna do all that. But all right, no, you in the middle. Keep going, Big Mike. Keep going.
For May though, for us, we had one episode. For May, you never seen them two together. And how long? She should have been figured it out. They was never in the same place at the same time. So I don't know how the hell she didn't figure this out. And all these years, she was supposed to be
the same way the Jedi's ain't. How she's supposed to figure it out when the Jedi's couldn't even figure it out, and he was right in front of their faces when they ran down on him.
But she was with him for years, walking around, but never saw him.
They practice the Force more than them. Soul should have figured that shit out the moment he ran into that man. That's cap.
How come they're never? They're like it's like Superman and Clark Kent. They're never in the same room at the same time. She should have been figured the shit out. How the fuck?
Wait, who's never in the room at the same time?
Chimera and the Master. Cause remember, May was talking to the Master on the
Right, but you got to remember the Master was nowhere. We seen the Master standing on a rock by water. He was never anywhere.
But
for you to be like, oh, they could be in the same room.
But he also said in the Soul episode with 4, he was like, "You never seen him either," and she was like, "No." You seen him? And he was like, "No." So they were serving this person they never saw. So I was looking at that as like, I mean, that was a good fake out. I ain't gonna lie.
It really was.
Okay, well, that's
I liked it.
That shit out.
I did too.
That's what I said. They should have put episode 4 and 5 together.
At least Josh wasn't faked out. Thank you, Josh.
No, I mean, I was faked out until episode 4.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Episode 4, and I'm pretty sure everybody else was too. Everybody else was not for sure because that mask could have came off and been anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he was kind of shady before already.
Bro, he was not as muscular as he was. He did not look like that.
And if you remember episode, which one was it? I think 2 or 3 when she came back to attack him because she thought that he gave her up.
Yeah, he moved out the way.
Yeah,
I definitely.
Yeah. I was like, yo, he more than just like a little flunky or something like that. Like,
but I wasn't sure if he was the master or if he was somebody that just was trained like her.
Yeah, that's by what the
master.
Thought.
Like, so I couldn't get that.
I thought they were friends, like they had the same master, so they could do the same moves. That's all I thought.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel? Well, I'll get to that later on. For episode 4, though, going back to that. My issues were simple. I'm like Chloe. It was way too short for me. I'm tired of these short episodes. They should have put day and night together and made it a whole day.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
Agree. It should have just been one episode. Like if they would have just did one episode, it wouldn't have been all of this backlash. It would have just been like, oh, that was lit.
Yeah, that was lit.
That was lit. Together, I agree. And then killing the Wookiee off screen still makes me mad because y'all built up this Wookiee Jedi and we never saw them.
Don't we got more episodes?
He's dead.
Yeah, but you don't know what kind of What
Yeah,
they
but I see
Flashback?
flashback they gonna do? Yeah,
but that's not seeing him fight today though. Anybody do a flashback? I want to see him fight now. I want
I
to see him
don't
fight
because
so
I seen what
wide.
he could do to everybody else. So I'm
Oh.
pretty sure
Exactly.
the Wookiee bit it just like everybody else.
I don't know. I feel like that.
Bro, Jedi follow certain rules. For him not to follow those rules is why he was succeeding so much.
Well, he's not a Jedi, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he caught Kanaka without the
Nah, but there's still something missing too,
He's
because
technically
he
a Jedi.
definitely said you got a mask on, and he said, what master hides his face? And he said that to Soul, like, yeah,
oh,
what
well, I
master?
didn't get to that. Oh, let me finish. Hold on.
Oh yeah, my fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hold on. Let me get to
so
that. Well,
it's
that's
deeper
fine.
than that.
It's deeper than that. But in 4, it was just I'm gonna call the pacing is really bothering, and then it was like the dialogue. Like I know Josh, you're like going back to Josh now. I can't be thankful for Star Wars. I want good Star Wars. So I gotta say, I want Return of the Jedi level Star Wars.
Hell no, that was way better than Return of the Jedi.
What was
fighting wise? Well, are you crazy? I don't want to see that shit no more.
No, not
that shit is
movie
old.
wise, dialogue wise, writing wise. Return of the Jedi, one of the top 10 movies of all time, literally still to this day. Like I want that type of
because
level.
it came
Star Wars.
out when
Even Mandalorian level Star Wars better than this. Rogue One level Star Wars is better than this. It's the and they didn't even have no lightsabers in Rogue One except for Vader
at the end.
But the story of Rogue One is amazing, bro. Like you don't. It's like you don't like dialogue like I do. I like great. Like that's why House of the Dragon is so good. Even if they don't have no dragons, it's the dialogue that make it great.
If they had no dragons, bro, I wouldn't watch that shit.
I get you. I feel you. But Daenerys had no dragons for 2 seasons on the first Game of Thrones, and it was still great. And they were eggs.
They had good acting that day.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Something like that. So I don't know. I didn't for episode 3. Going to episode 4 though. Moving forward, we do get like the pickup. Close right. The end of episode 3. He the Sith guy. He comes and he force pushes all the Jedi, and then he force pushes Osha. Now, what I didn't like was how May was in there hiding, and didn't come out earlier.
Oh, I love that. I love that because it showed me why the fuck she was scared. Because I'm like, yo, first of all, bro was moving like the Predator out there. A lot of people wasn't paying attention because he was standing right there in the bushes. He was up on top of the trees. Yo, bro was. I'm sorry, man. I gotta give it to bro. Bro was. He made my day. He made it. He gave me that.
But he did get chipped at the end though. But he nice though a little bit. So, but
well, she was hiding because she had betrayed him. Y'all forgot that part.
Right.
She knew what was coming for her.
She knew what was coming. Coward.
She didn't know who he was, but she knew he was coming.
I'm
That's
happy
what
you said that, Chloe.
door.
Happy you said that. Her baby face turn was so unearned in episode 4. She was all gung ho. Then 1 second she's like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. I'm gonna talk about who I am and go back to the Jedi. I'm like, what the hell?
Because she didn't want to go back to the Jedi. She said, my sister's alive.
Right. That changed everything.
And she was like, it changes everything. Like my sister is not a Jedi because she found out her sister wasn't a Jedi.
Right.
Remember? They found out in the last episode. And she was like, I don't gotta follow y'all dumb rules. We're gonna make our own rules. I'm out. I got my sister. We could do anything together.
But then this episode, she come back and now she have another hill turn backwards. So
well, we didn't get to that episode yet. We didn't get to that.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So we're at the beginning episode. So Osha, who got knocked over by him, wakes up and she sees one of the Jedi is already dead, and there's tons of fighting in the woods. Episode 5 we're talking about now, and we get what E likes, his whole Jedi, and he's fighting all 8 Jedi basically by himself. So E, how you felt about the Jedi lightsaber scene with the fighting in the beginning?
Man, I loved it, man. First of all, the only part that bothered me was them showing her waking up. I'm like, all right, we focused on her a lot, right? And I understand that she's the main character, but I needed all this on him because he was wrecking shop. Was that I meant to ask you, was that metal Beskar? What metal was that? I just needed
I don't know what it's called, but it's from the game. So apparently, when a Jedi hits it, it messes up the lightsaber or something like that. So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what game it's from. Josh might know, but it's from
Oh, they said it's from the game. All
one of the
right.
games. Yeah.
Okay. See, they adding stuff. They know what they getting there. They trying to get there. But yo, listen. Let's talk about this fight scene
Go ahead.
now.
Go ahead.
Come on, because the boy was a beast, man. He was hacking him. I'm talking about when he did the move where he stabbed the one girl, then pulled the other dude into it, then turned around and cut both their heads off. Come on, man. Bro was a beast. And I gotta get what part we still at? We just at the part where he just wrecking everybody.
Yeah, we get it.
All right. So I gotta give it up to what's his name with the Miles Morales haircut, man?
Oh, Yord.
Yeah.
RP Yord. We smoking Yord pack today.
Yeah, man. We definitely smoking his pack, man. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Damn, shame on him. He should have stuck with his gut feeling, man, and went to the ship.
Yeah.
Because I would have. I'd have like, go ahead, go save your sister. I'll be at the ship.
He got that Killmonger comb over with the dress.
Yeah, the Killmonger. Yeah, everybody got the Killmonger joint now with Disney. Yeah. But yeah, he wasn't fighting like Killmonger. Let's keep that a buck. The dumbest thing they made him do is when he was laying down on the ground and he had the saber still in his hand like this. I was like, what they trying to say? He's still on defense?
Chloe, how you felt about the fight scene in the beginning?
Well, I was like, am I watching Game of Thrones or what? What's going on here?
They was getting wrecked.
Anybody could get it. I'm like, dang, he just killing everybody out here. From left to right, I was like, oh, he's a good fighter. He killing all these Jedis. Who is it? I was like, who is this person? And why is he going this hard? And how does he know all this stuff? And I was entertained from beginning to end of this episode. Like I said, they should have, but it was like the last episode wasn't enough, and this one was just like overload.
Everything, right?
So they really should have just put them together, or release 2 episodes. What they should have did was release 2 episodes at the same time.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
they call it day and night. Put them together.
Yep.
Because it was just like it went from like 0 to 100, and this one started off at like 1,000.
Real quick.
And then it just kept going. The confusion and soul caught my attention in the chapter. He seems more devoted to the dark force. Who is Soul?
Soul's the head Jedi.
Yeah.
The blue lit saber using the Asian one.
Oh, that's the guy from
the nigga,
from Netflix.
Yeah,
Squid Game.
Squid Game, yeah. With the flurry.
He chipped my man. No, we don't get to that. Whatever. But Josh, you comment on the fighting. How you felt about the first scene fighting there?
Oh, yeah, it was incredible, and I would have to say his lightsaber work is probably some of the best I've seen in the galaxy. Mm-hmm. Like it's incredible. Like I said in the comment section, it reminded me of that unorthodox fighting style, kind of like the Drunken Master with Jackie Chan, or like that meme I sent in the group chat today. It's something that you're not expecting, and it just throws you off your rhythm. It actually reminds me a lot in basketball, because obviously everyone has the same move. Everyone's athletic. The only thing that differentiates yourself is your rhythm, right? Yep. You can't do everything the same speed. That's why Luka and Joker are doing what they're doing, is at a different rhythm that no one's really used to, because everyone's faster, stronger, jumps higher. So it was interesting for him to combine the strength with the unorthodox and to really, really put the Jedi on their ass. And at the end of episode 4, let me just add, when he does the force push, when I first seen that, I was like, oh shit, y'all in trouble. Oh
yes.
And that actually reminded me of, I'm not gonna lie, what happened at May and Osha's homeworld. Like that amount of force. So he knows the secret of Soul. So maybe he was there. Maybe he was a force sensitive kid who kind of like pushed that fire out.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm sure in the future we're gonna see, May's perspective of events. We already had Osha, so I'm sure we're gonna get plenty of flashbacks.
Yeah, I want to give a little what we our predictions on what might have happened back then at the end of the episode. But as far as the fighting is concerned, yeah, I thought it was really really good too. I like that lightsabers kill people. Unlike Sabine and Ahsoka, I won't go back to that, but who got stabbed and lived.
Mm,
But
mm.
I like that lightsabers did what it's supposed to do. I did that one, like you said, E, where he stabbed my man and then force pulled him to the jump
Yo.
was tough.
Oh my god.
Definitely, York was getting chipped or whatever, and we saw how good he was. I don't know what hell Soul was at during this time, by the way, because he was gone. Then he came back later. But
Yeah, you're right.
right,
You're right.
but those other 8 Jedi, he almost 7 Jedi, he killed all them. But I think they had to die because they can't come back talking about a Sith. So I think that was that made it good writing from last week because if they don't know about the Sith, then they can't know about the Sith. So I feel like that's good. But then we get to see, May. She takes the Wookiee's lightsaber and figure out what she's gonna do. And before she can even get out the room, Jackie pulls in there, and they start having their battle. Before first without lightsabers, Jackie trying to arrest her. It's going back and forth. Jackie went in, makes her pull out the knives, but Jackie finally get the best of it at the end of the day. So I'm gonna start with Chloe this time. How you feel about the battle between Jackie and May?
Mhm.
Jackie was doing the most. First of all, it's a bad guy outside killing everybody.
Right,
May is the least of my worries. I'm sorry.
right.
Like you, all the people you came with are slaughtered, and you over here trying to arrest somebody and read them their rights. That's just like your priorities are all screwed up. Like if she gets away, that's cool, but this you got to protect the rest of the people. Like if what's her name,
Yeah.
Becky, Wecky, whatever her name is. If she was over here with her master fighting, I mean, well, we saw that happen, but it, I don't know. It was just she was doing the most.
But don't you feel like May should have said, "I didn't kill him. It wasn't me."
No,
Uh,
that doesn't matter. They're not gonna believe her.
okay.
They believe what's her name, the sister before when she said she didn't kill him.
That's true. You're right at the beginning. That's true. That's true.
And this chick was talking, and it was funny because the sister turned up where she was like, "Yeah, you killed your whole family in a fire. You getting arrested for that too." And then she was like,
Yeah.
"Hold up, you don't even
Right.
you speaking on something you don't know about." And then
Or her little
I was
knives.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
she hit a soft spot."
So, Ian, right to you, Jackie and May. How you felt about that scene?
Man, I love that scene. Jackie was not doing the most. She was repping. She was representing. Right? Let me tell you something. You're saying Jackie should have been focused on that guy. Did you see how many people Jackie named when she was handcuffing that girl?
Yeah.
Did you
What
hear
she
how
said?
many? Did
Wait,
you
say that
hear?
again.
Did you hear how many Jedi's that girl named when she was handcuffing that? When she was trying to handcuff Osha's sister.
You talking about Pat? Listen,
Hey, listen,
look. You talking
he's
about
killing
past
regular.
Jedi? You talking about past Jedi? And we got Jedi outside, literally 10 feet away, splayed out all over the place.
And this person is the reason we were here in the first place.
Is it when you seen the other person doing damage?
But she didn't see that. I mean, I don't think she even.
Yes, she saw
She
it.
saw her because she got force pushed by him.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, she caught her ass sneaking around when she got up. That's all she needed.
Well, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go, Josh, on the Jackie and May of it all.
Yeah, I love the fight scene, and I love how it's the battle of the apprentices. This is always a major theme in any Star Wars, content. So I love that notion of it, and I thought it was really cool how Jackie, like again, when I see a Padawan, I assume they ain't that good.
Right.
She was a lot better than I thought she was
Bro,
going
she
to be.
was a
I was
beast, bro.
impressed.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
impressed.
too.
I was like,
too.
wow,
She's a
right?
beast. She's
And
a
then
beast.
Yeah.
so that part was cool. So I definitely appreciated that. And then it was also the fighting style, because then I keep remembering the Sith's the strangers rules, right? You have to beat a Jedi without a weapon, because it's something. It's kind of like if someone wrote the rule book of the CIA handbook and then they went to like do something that the CIA will respond to, they already know what they're going to do because they already wrote the book. So that was the stranger's themes throughout his entire, speeches. This episode, we'll get into that later, but we can see that in his teachings with May, because when you don't have a weapon, a Jedi is trained that they cannot do you any harm, but you're doing them a whole bunch of harm. So I just like the dualistic nature of the both fighting styles. Like I'm only going to protect, but you don't have a weapon, but I'm supposed to be defenseless against you, but I still got to defend you and subdue you. So I just like, it's kind of like a interesting dance. So I have to give hats off to the choreographers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought Jackie and May. I like how when Jackie started trying to arrest May, May was just like, "All right, it is what it is because we got to fight then." So I like that they were, fighting back and forth.
Oh,
Jackie was,
my bad, Big Mike. And I appreciate that Jackie was on mission because, in my opinion, she was going to ascend higher in the Jedi than Yord, and we'll see that later, right?
hmm
But Yord is all about, oh, we got to do it by the book. We got to do it by the book. But Jackie still has that creativity, but she's
yeah,
also on mission, right? She's following orders, but she's also being more active. So to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I see in the Jedi. He was a little cowardly, but we'll get there.
but I do gotta agree with Chloe in a sense. Like she's trying to handcuff her and walk her in. It's a whole dude out here killing people. How the hell she was gonna get her from there to the ship in handcuffs? So I kind of agree with Chloe on that too. Like that was
That
never
was
gonna
their
happen.
mission. They went there for them,
But
both
at
of
That's what I
that
them.
said.
point, it's a whole Sith dude out there chopping jokers up. So I
Right. So
kind of
I can at least chop up his apprentice. It made sense to me
no.
personally.
She was trying to arrest her like a city cop or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
why
Like
not?
Put her down,
And
and then go
are we
help the master, because that's what she
thank
went to
you.
go do.
And are we
Y'all
forgetting
talking
that
like she just did that and then go fight the other guy.
exactly? And are we forgetting the fact that her and Osha have a very close friendship, Jackie and Osha? So she ain't just gonna chop down her sister, she's gonna arrest her.
well, speaking of that, we do see that he does come and say to May, 'cause he done with May after this. So he says, you can learn from her. She's a good apprentice and stuff like that. And then she winds up fighting him. Jackie got busy here to me because she had the two green lightsabers and she was holding her own against him. So I do want to say that May kept running. Every time May got a chance, May was like, I'm out, stuff like that. So she did. So meanwhile, we get Yord and Osha in the forest, and to close point, those I don't know what they're called, but let's call them like the little bug
Moth.
things.
I think they're called
Moth.
moth something.
Yeah. So you're a dumbass. I hate him, by the way. But she said, turn off your lightsaber. He keep it on, like for like 5 more minutes. I'm like, bro, you get on my nerves. But she did wind up talking him into going back to the forest, and then we get a point where Soul comes back out of nowhere, and that's when Jackie, R.I.P. Jackie gets killed. So up to that point, Jackie fighting the Sith, and then Soul popping up. How you felt about that part of this episode?
All right, so everything was going good. I liked how everything was going. I liked that she tried to lock her up. I mean, she put the cuffs on her,
Yeah.
but old boy came through. The fact that he stood there like that and just ran up like a hard flick, that shit was fire, man. That's the type of shit we need. That's the type of shit that makes Star Wars pop, That right there. It was like a horror movie with a lightsaber. Like the motherfucker was in pure pitch black and just ran up on her. Started going in. I loved it. And she was doing her thing, but he wasn't taking her that serious.
That's true.
I could tell he knew he could kill her. I don't know who taught him what, but he is a one-handed user also. Did y'all peep that? Nigga, he was fighting with the saber with one hand.
Yeah. What's up, this man?
Yeah. I'm telling you, that shit was fire. I don't know where Soul was. I'm trying to think. Did he get knocked out or something? I'm trying to remember. I thought he got knocked out.
I'm guessing
because remember he was in the front of that blow. He was in the front of that blow.
Yeah.
So
for a long time.
Yeah. So I think that put him down. I think he caught most of that.
Yeah. But he comes up, Josh, right in time to see Jackie get killed, and then we get this the reveal of the Sith, and then he says to them, "Who are you?" And he says, "Jedi. I don't have a name, but you guys might call me a Sith." and then they get a dialogue between Soul and him about why is he doing this, who's his master, yada yada yada. So how'd you like this part between Soul and him about who he is and what's his motivation and stuff
Yeah, I thought it was great, and I do have to give credit to Jackie because her
That
last
blow.
action
Yes.
knocked off his helmet,
like that? Yeah,
and he's a like no lie, he's a badass, bro. Like
yeah,
he nasty, like
Bro.
yo,
The
and
knife
she
saber.
chipped the helmet, and that rarely happens to a Sith Lord unless you really nice with the Force. So I was impressed with that, and then the shot where he does the triangle, boom, 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 boom. Oh wow.
Mm.
I've never seen a kill like that with a lightsaber in my life. That was incredible. That was just wow. And but then the next part, and of course we already knew the reveal, and I just like the camera how it was Jackie's dead body in front of his face
Yeah, you
without
couldn't
the
even see
helmet.
his face. Yeah,
I
right.
just love that drama right there, that intensity of the scene. That was great. But to
Mm-hmm.
your question, Mike, in terms of the conversation afterwards, I thought it was a very witty conversation in the Force because it's two masters essentially sizing each other up. Of course, Soul wants to get the information. Of course, the Sith, being the Sith, is not going to freely give it out. He keeps himself hidden for a reason. So I thought it was a great battle of the wits, and to me it was just interesting. Like as he said in the beginning of the show, I was just enthralled and totally consumed to figure out what was going on, which was cool for me.
all right. And Chloe, how you feeling up to this point? You see, Osha and Yor, she talks him into going back, as we talked about earlier, and they do go back, and we see Jackie get killed, like I said before, and then Yor also want to get his neck snapped. So, Chloe, how you feeling up to that point watching the episode?
I was like, this Game of Thrones.
Game of
Because
Thrones.
why Yor died, I liked Yor. You ain't like Yor, but I liked Yor. And then when Becky died, Jackie, whatever her name is, when she died, I was like, it's going down. But I also was intrigued by the conversation that they had with each other. I feel like he was probably one of his past apprentices or something, and maybe I feel like there's like a deeper story.
Well, he did say you don't remember me. He did say that.
He
So
said, "You don't remember me,"
yeah,
so I'm curious to see where they know each other from, and maybe he was. I don't know. It's something. It's something. I like the mystery part about it, so I'm curious to see what's about to go down. How they know each other. Who trained him? Is he a witch too? Is he a part of the coven? Does he have coven powers? Possibly. Maybe they,
Mm.
because they did allude to that. Like, oh, my mom can do that same thing because he got into their head,
yeah,
and that's not something that the Jedi do, right?
no. Well, yeah, they got
They
They
be
do.
doing that mess, but the
They
Sith
do
do
the
it
same
too.
thing.
yeah.
But what did the witches do that the Jedi couldn't do?
Make the eyes go black and then
Yeah.
make them do all type of stuff or whatever like that.
Oh,
So
like a zombie, like a
right,
puppet.
right,
Hmm.
right. Like a
But
puppet.
he didn't do. Did he do that?
No, he didn't do that.
No,
Not
he
yet.
didn't
He
do
didn't do
that.
that.
But
So
let me break
I
the
don't
eight.
know.
So eight after the conversation they have, we do get the actual fight though with Soul and this Sith Lord, and it's a back and forth for a while, and then like I said, Soul does wind up getting the better of him, and before Soul can kill him, Osha stops him. How you felt about how that whole thing played out? E?
Yo, I thought it was good. I don't know. I don't know how he let Soul get the best of him, yo, because he was wrecking with him. But so it seemed like Soul had better hands.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Soul's hand-to-hand combat with the punching was way better than his because he was still doing a lot of one-armed, like one-handed style shit.
mm-hmm.
Like when he was blocking some of that shit.
He probably better with the saber, but Soul better with the hand to hand.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what. That's exactly. I think what it was. What it is.
Yeah. How you felt about Osha stopping him from killing him at that point?
Yeah, because she caught. She caught. But listen, Soul did a couple of dark things.
Yeah,
He attacked him. He attacked him from behind.
yeah,
And my son brought that up. He was like, "Oh, that wasn't." He's like, "That wasn't real Jedi." Like, I was like, "Man, Soul trying to end this shit."
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So tired. I said so
Soul
tired.
tired. Yeah.
That was a hard fight for Soul, boy. I swear. Yo, Soul looked like Obi-Wan out that motherfucker for real. The way he was holding it down. But like I said again, he did do some cheap shots, and there's still something going on with him having to tell OSHA something, her asking questions, the lingering of like how he knows that Soul did something wrong.
That's true too. Yeah.
Because he was there.
Right, but when and how and why and what?
He probably was another kid he collected off the
I was
planet.
thinking that, yo. I was thinking, was there other kids on the ship that they collected that they was taking?
Back to Coruscant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But also, what was I gonna say? I think that Soul is when they killed Jackie, he went in.
Yeah.
But it was funny because they killed the other guy first. I'm like, he must have didn't care that much about. No, was it when they killed Jackie? Which one? Which one did he kill first? Jackie?
He killed Jackie first, then he killed
Yeah. So once he killed Yord,
he went in. Yeah.
He was like, my real skills coming out now. It's like no mercy. Like it ain't no, it's no going back. So it kind of made me upset that he didn't. I would have loved to see him like completely turn his back to the Jedi and just like finish him. Like I wanted to see him go all the way. And OSHA like, oh no, he already did something. We just don't know what. So he should have.
But if he would have finished him, he would have went to the dark side. That right. So then you're just doing. Oh well. You're continuing the work.
Oh well.
Yeah.
The dark is got to be balanced, right? Somebody is 1 for 1.
Yeah. Let me see, Josh, how you felt about their fight, but also OSHA stopping him from killing him at that point.
Yeah, OSHA using the light side of the force, because they say 2 wrongs don't make a right, guys. I mean, come on, right? So this is the Jedi playbook. This is what they do. This is what they all about. So if Soul really meant his words, if OSHA says stop Soul, then he has to regain his composure. That's simple. And to be fair to Soul, of course, I don't know what he did. Obviously, we're going to find out in these next couple episodes. But to this point, if he comes out anywhere on top after these events, he needs to be on the Jedi Council immediately. I don't care who on there. If he comes out positive in this, he got to be on the council. That's my opinion. As far as we are right now.
Yeah, I don't think Soul gonna make it through the series, me personally, but we're gonna see how that goes. But
yeah, me either. I feel like he gonna. The way that shit went, that shit just ended kind of crazy.
Yeah, I get mad in what she did. However, when Soul didn't kill him, he just kind of left him sitting there. So I'm like, at least lock him up or something. Like, how you gonna just say, all right, we good? I feel like sometimes these Jedi just hesitate too much for me.
Okay, I have a question. So
he ain't let him sit there, right?
Yeah, he was just sitting. First of all, he was just standing there and they had a whole dialogue.
Right.
And then she did the thing with the light.
Right.
So technically, didn't she kill him? Why is she not on the dark side?
He didn't die.
He didn't die.
They don't know that he didn't die.
Well, that's true. Okay, good point.
Like, what's the difference between killing somebody with a lightsaber and killing them with an animal?
Because he's not dying by your hands. He's dying by the animal's hands.
But it is your hands if you set him up in a trap.
Nah, I just threw light on him. I shined the bright light.
I threw shite, no, because they got the force and they force sensitive. So if I know I'm gonna throw this light that these crazy killer animals are attracted to, and I'm putting it on you. She even said goodbye to Pip. She sacrificed Pip. She should be on the dark side.
Right. You might not be too far off with her being on the dark side.
Well, I will say I didn't like that part of the episode. That's why I started going down for me, because I didn't like how they got rid of him. The whole light on his back thing remind me of Ant-Man with the ants in Kang or something like that. Like, I just
Is he alive?
Right. I don't like this whole animals take you away thing. You know what I mean? That kind of.
Wow, he ignited his saber, which made sense. The saber attracted the damn things, plus the light on his back, and he was still going to work.
I would have rather them knock him out and then get away than have these bugs
Knock
take
him
him away.
out. Did you see
I
what he
like the
did
bugs.
to
I
all them
like the
Jedi?
bugs.
I mean,
Knock him out by some bugs. They did the
no, no, no,
story
no,
right.
no.
He
I think the
ripped through
bugs
the
should.
bugs. It gave him time. He got down and shit. The whole dynamic changed when
Same
he
way I
landed.
like the ants and Ant-Man and the Wasp or Quantumania, whatever, taking out Kang.
But
That's
that
whack.
that didn't even make sense. How the hell y'all not gonna like ants in the movie is Ant-Man? That shit don't make sense.
Not to
How
be Kang.
Ant-Man not gonna use ants?
Bro, anyway, this is what I'm topic. But that part for me, I didn't. I'm just it just didn't. It didn't sit well with me.
I
Right.
thought it was clever, but I felt like it took a while for them bugs to get there.
It did.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I was like, aren't they supposed to be chasing them? Like, what was taking so long for the bugs to get there?
And the way it looked, though, it looked like when you was a kid, they put a kick me sign on your back and you can't reach it. Like it looked whack to me. Like
nah, that shit was dead center. You ain't reaching that.
He couldn't reach it because of the
that shit was dead center.
I know where it was.
It was kind of funny, but
I know, right? It was. I was like, come on, man. He's supposed to be a Sith Lord. He reaching for a kick me sign right now.
But couldn't he just use the force to move it off his back?
He should have been right. Exactly. Good point.
Nah, he used a lot of the force, y'all tweaking like these dudes don't get tired. He used a lot of the force, man.
He can't get tired.
He was rocking.
He can't get tired, bro.
Josh, what you feel about that part? I'm gonna put you in it.
My goodness. I mean, yo, for one, as I said in my comments, OSHA executed this flawlessly because the whole point of the Jedi is to subdue your opponent. It's not to kill them. You know, same rules as Batman. The rule isn't to kill them unless
subdue.
Right. You got to subdue. And a lot of times the Jedi will cleverly use nature to subdue you for them because nature is a part of the Force. They are one with the Force, therefore they're one with nature. And OSHA is really demonstrating her Jedi skills in a very undercover way. So I appreciated that part.
But you know what I find funny, Josh? I gotta ask you. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
How are they complaining about this when Luke fought an abominable snowman? Am I correct here? Didn't he get attacked by nature? Didn't Luke also fight a what is that big creature thing
that came out of the sea?
Attacked by nature. The shit in the sand that ate Bubba
These are bugs, though.
It don't matter. It's
like
Star Wars.
Hold on, Big Mike. Hold on. These are massive moths the size of a cane corso. So let's not act like they ain't nothing. And they fly.
And you seen what they did to those trees. Please, I don't want that to touch me.
I don't want that to touch me. You crazy?
Bro, the way it was, maybe it's the way it was shot with him reaching for his back like a little kid.
But again, that's a clever place to put it.
It is. I mean, not when you're a force yielder, Josh. You just move it like
no. But that's the point, Big Mike, because it's your natural reaction, regardless if you're a force user or not. If you're a humanoid species and someone puts something on your back, your first instinct is to use your hands to get it.
And you know what? And that still wasn't his first instinct. His first instinct was to do a head chop. So he damn near killed her with that. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike.
That's all.
She put it on his back, and he almost killed her with that shit.
And then
that was forced. That was definitely Lord.
And she sacrificed her best friend, her only friend for the past 20 years.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, goodness.
About the friendship part, it just didn't look good to me. But
her droid
and the gopher
R2D2.
R2D2. Let me move forward. So speaking of OSHA. And we get that. So now he's gone. OSHA is sitting there with Soul, and she says finally, "What is he talking about? What do you got to tell me?" And he again says, "I'll tell you later." So he's been prolonged with us for a long time. Meanwhile, May shoots him, knocks him out with this weapon, and then we finally get this face off between OSHA and May. They hug. May says, "You know, you left me, but you ain't never gonna leave me again." And then OSHA says, "You're a killer. I know what you did, and you also started that fire, and I'm taking you in." And then, of course, May is much stronger, so she kind of force pushes her and knocks her out. So let me get to Chloe, because I like how I want you to feel about these girls and their first time, interacting as adults. How you feel about this whole situation?
The same way I felt when OSHA was a kid. OSHA is the issue. Okay? She is the whole issue. May is she's loyal. She was like, he took you from us, your family. He stole you from us. You don't even know. And she like, no, he saved me. You're the one who burned up our family. I'm not going with you. Yeah, right. Osha the problem. She the
Traitor.
issue. Yeah. I remain I say the same thing I said the first episode. Second episode, Osha is the issue. And what else happened in that dialogue? And then May was like, "Oh, all right." See, the thing about it is Osha pushes May's buttons because they're sisters, and she know what triggers her sister. So if you know your sister burnt the whole village, you think she burnt the whole village. Why would you trigger her? Wouldn't you just like lie to her and be like, "Oh, it's okay. Yes, we'll be together," and then handcuff her on the ship? Wouldn't that make sense? You know how her temperament is.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't do that. She was just like, no. And then that's why she got knocked upside her head. And her sister got knocked back into reality. Like, oh, you still on that? Oh, you brainwashed. Okay. Watch this. Now I'm here. That was dope. But this is turning into Game of Thrones. I'm just saying, even with the twin thing, I don't. Did they got the same writers or something? Were they in the
I don't think
same?
they even knew that was coming at the same time. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. But
They was somebody knew something.
they could be. It could be.
Because it's very similar.
E, how you felt about May knocking out Soul and then their interaction between May and Osha right there? E?
All right. So my only thing with May is May need to speak. Like, if you know something, tell your motherfucking sister what you know, what really happened. Like, what is the secrecy here, and why you not speaking every time she say you did something? And for real, another thing about May, what I did like about May that nobody said was May realized how serious and real her master was when he tried to kill her ass, and she was on that rock looking dumb as hell against that rock, like, oh shit, like, yeah, oh shit. Yeah, you pissed the right motherfucker off. Yeah, oh shit. You had a real master and you did some nut shit for your sister that don't love you. And how many times you gonna do that? Like, for real. OSHA is about OSHA. How many times you gonna sit up here and fall for this shit? Shit is getting crazy. And OSHA, man, she went straight Jedi on her. You ain't want to train when you was over there at the base, but then you want to sit up here and handcuff your sister and call her and, get on Jedi business. Now your sister did kill some motherfuckers though. So we can't forget that. She definitely killed some people.
But did she really kill them or did they kill themselves?
Nah, she killed that lady. That lady that saved that thing.
I don't think that lady did. In the second one, he drank the poison himself.
She gave it to him.
She didn't give it to him. She put it right in front of him.
Hey,
Big Mike, you're muted.
If OSHA is bad for getting bugs to try to
my fault. I was agreeing with E. She did kill him. And she killed him. She killed my man and she gave him the poison.
Kill him. She did not kill. She didn't force feed the poison down his throat.
She tried to kill OSHA. She's a killer.
When
she did kill the Matrix chick. She definitely killed her.
She definitely killed her.
No, she's an attempted murderer. Okay, she's not a real murderer.
She threw a knife in the lady's heart and killed her.
We'll see, because the lady ain't dead. How much? I'll tell y'all right now, she ain't dead. Ain't no way they killing a Matrix lady. Did she run a Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They not killing her off on the first episode. They paid her too much money.
Right. They paid her that bread
well, she
and got
back.
rid of her. She ain't costing them nothing no more.
She ain't dead. She ain't dead. I'm telling you, it's no way the Matrix lady is going to sign a contract to die off on the first 5 minutes of the whole series. Ain't no way. And
how many more episodes left, Mike?
3. She was in a flashback, so I don't know. But anyway, Josh, thank you for letting me know I was muted. But now you can unmute yourself. Let me know how you felt about Osha and May's confrontation. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie. The what I saw was it sounded like May, who was part of a cult, believed in that cult, was essentially gaslighting one of their members who successfully escaped the cult. That's what it sounded like to me. Because at the end of the day, is everyone claiming amnesia? Like she didn't lock her in a room and set it on fire? Are we
Right. That's what
glossing
I
over
said.
that?
She's a murderer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for me, I always had OSHA on the light side of the force, May on the dark. I've had that the entire time, and I actually did say first after the first episode that Carrie Ann Moss's character had to be alive because she was only stabbed by a knife, not a lightsaber. And I think there's going to be a reason that we saw the distinction in the series. To be fair, but yes, it reminded me that both of the girls are selfish in their own way. So, May's selfish that she wants Osha to join her on her quest of exploring the dark side of the Force. And I think Osha just wants to either live a normal life or live a normal life on the light side of the Force, not doing some none of that evil stuff. Reminds me of like House Party when he want to go, burn up the house. Like I want to burn people up. I just want to kick some fucking ass. She's like, I don't want to burn nobody up. That's how I felt.
I just wanted to shake my funky ass.
Right. He's like, wait, we burn it for real? We let it for real? Yeah, this is what he said. I might watch that tomorrow now. I love my old movies, bro. This is me. But yeah, I'm with Josh a little bit because I don't know how the fire got so big, right? I don't know how we died, but I know May set the fire. That's what I know for a fact. I know she locked her in. What that? Chloe, really? I know she locked her in the room and she said to her, "You're gonna die if you leave me." Basically, she said, she was Ike Turner. Bitch, if you die, I kill you. Like she was ready
First of all,
take her
people
out.
be setting people stuff on fire all the time. Don't mean they want to kill them.
What?
She told.
Nah,
She
I'm gonna be real. That fire was way too big for.
It was too
shit
big
she
for that
did.
little tiny fire she did. She
Yeah, that was way
She
too
still set
murderer.
the fire. Okay, all right.
She's an
But she did try to murder that girl. Nah, she ain't attempt. She tried to murder her.
No, because she told her. She said, "Listen, it's gang. What do you do if you know what I mean? In real life, if it was a gang and you a blood and your little, I don't know, your twin say, I want to be a Crip. It's gang. What you mean?
I ain't gonna kill my twin.
Nah, that's my twin.
You would
Right.
if you was in that lifestyle. You would.
Hell no. What do you mean? I know brothers that gangbang 2 different sets. I know people that got Crip moms and
just like
and their fucking bloods.
So it was okay. It was okay for Eric to kill Eric.
No, hold on. Let's back up on that. I already said that. On Game of Thrones, they went their separate ways. He didn't kill him before he left. They went their separate ways. Then when he came back and tried to kill his queen, now it's like, all right, now I gotta kill you. That's different though.
No, it's not. Because he didn't try to kill him. He tried to kill the queen. She still told her straight up. She was like, listen, you not going nowhere. Y'all forgot that she lied to her? She said she lied to her. It was like a buildup. It wasn't just like, oh, okay, this is happening. She was like, you when you go in there, you're going to lie, right? And she was like, yeah, of course I'm going to lie. And then she went in there. No, she was a woman scorned. And she told her, if I can't have you, nobody's gonna have
Josh,
you.
Be careful, man. Don't ever scorn your wife. I'm telling you right now. So
set him on fire.
If it's a fire, I'm telling what happened. I'm telling you, I got you, Josh.
Allegedly.
right. But afterwards, so May decides to take Osha's clothes in full soul somehow, but full soul, and she rolls with soul, and then we see the Sith at the end with Osha. So, E, what you think going on here, and how you feel about what that's setting up?
All right, so at first I was mad, like, damn, how the fuck is she fooling a Master Jedi?
Right.
But remember, I just said them motherfuckers been fighting since daytime, like for real. Didn't it come back to daytime? Yeah. I'm not tripping, right? Yeah. They fought till dawn, bro. I'm pretty sure he tired. I'm pretty sure you're not using all that force you would be using when you first get there. It probably potently around your body. You probably could do it, but when after fighting like that, he ain't gonna sense her. Now, I feel like what she's doing is still like, if that's the case, she should have just left where her sister was sold, because I feel like she's still gonna get caught. That motherfucking gopher thing's still out there. Mm-hmm. Then he picked that robot up and put it together too, if I'm not mistaken.
He got the robot. Yeah, he got
Right. So if they try to give her the robot's not gonna fuck with her anyway. Then Soul's shit gonna be heightened again. Then he's gonna sense and know that's not her. So she already gonna be in trouble anyway. Now I needed guidance on the master finding OSHA.
Right.
Because he said some nice shit, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of game plan can he have with that. Because show is called The Acolyte. Yeah. So there is gonna be an acolyte. There's gonna be somebody to be his pupil. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think OSHA is the bad one. She always been a bad one. And when she finds out what Soul did, she gonna turn to the dark side. And
that's what I think is gonna happen. Whatever the secret is gonna make somebody dark.
Yeah, and May is gonna be like, I've been good this whole time. Like, watch us find out that May started the fire, but she didn't really start the fire. Like, she probably intended to, and then something happened. Maybe her fire went out, and then it was a bigger fire. And she was like, I just keep getting blamed for this stuff. I'm not bad. I just wanted my family to be together. And then she's gonna be the new OSHA. And then, yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
I wanted one of them to kill each other, though, honestly.
Josh, what do you think about the whole switcheroo we got there? Parent Trap move we got on that.
So on the first side, of course, we know we have the dramatic irony that OSHA does not have the cult mark.
Right.
So eventually that's gonna be a plot device until it's revealed. So we understand that's gonna be, so hopefully they stick the landing on that one. So we that's secure. But what was more interesting to me as a Star Wars nerd was that the stranger Chimera, how he force healed OSHA. To me, that was more interesting.
That was deep.
Because I'm thinking about the timeline, 100 years before our galaxy far, far away, which means we're in Darth Plagueis territory. So we're around the Jedi who was able to manipulate the midichlorians in the Force to give life and take life away, which is essentially healing power. Adds more context to Grogu's healing power, which means he also has that power. I think Rey used that as well.
Yeah, I think so
that to me, that's very interesting. So this might be either maybe this is the person who taught Plagueis. Maybe Plagueis is his actual master, and he's the first apprentice before Emperor Palpatine. So again, there are a lot of interesting things that happen. Now
they can do a lot right now.
Right now, again, that may rub some Star Wars fans the wrong way because you're slightly bringing in the Skywalker saga because the connection would be Palpatine. But at the same time, I think it's a great story if it happens that way.
I don't think it would. I think because it'd be before Palpatine came in the picture because Plagueis was around way before Palpatine was. So I don't think it would. But that would be good though. I feel like, and I do want to see what's going to happen with May and Soul on the ship though. And I don't know how he didn't smell that burnt hair though. He should have smelled that. But either way, I do want to see what happens there moving forward. And let me ask you something. Do you have any thoughts on what Soul did? He keep not telling her what he did, stuff like that.
So for real, I feel like the girl with the spikes got active.
Okay.
And it caused Jedi to get on the defense, and then motherfuckers started throwing it. Throw stones, somebody holler. Yeah. You already know somebody. It started getting wicked because I think that's how that dude got that scar on his face.
Yeah, Torment.
Yeah. Or they controlled somebody. They did something. Shit started getting out of pocket, and people had to get killed. That's what I really think happened. Now, how the fire started, if shit was exploding, I don't know, man. Somebody tried to keep something secret. I'm gonna be real with that. That was real suspect. We're not gonna say no little girl throwing no fire at no door made that whole place blow up. That something right there was real suspect. Dude drinking the poison, real suspect.
Yeah.
The what is it? The Chewbacca thing?
Yeah. Kalnaka,
yeah, Kalnaka with the spirals painted in the
Oh yeah, in the spot, yeah.
Some weird shit too.
Yeah.
So I need to know. And the other weird shit for me is, what is this master going to do with OSHA?
He gonna try to turn her. I think. Cause remember, he said, "I want to have an apprentice. I want an
Mm-hmm.
acolyte." He
He
don't
need an
trust.
acolyte.
He's done with May. He don't trust her at all. He see May as on sight. So
Yeah, he
I
on
think,
sighted May ass.
yeah.
That's why
So
she got away.
right,
That's her whole reason of doing that.
right. Cause she know ain't no turning back. She tried to apologize already, and he was like, "I don't want to hear it." So
But you see our point about how dark May is? May knows the master wants to kill her. Let her sister left her sister there and took off with Soul. So
yeah,
the master might think the sister is her also.
yeah.
Dark shit, man. Dark shit.
Well, guys, I appreciate you. Want to keep you on too long. It's been a good, fun episode to follow up. We'll be back next week for episode 6. Back with the Acolyte. Again, me and E will be back talking about Power on Sunday to give you my full schedule, and then Monday we'll be back here to talk about House of the Dragon, the next episode. So,
Hey, Big Mike, well, what number would you rate the episode?
oh yeah, I gotta get to. Well, I wasn't gonna get to that, Josh, but thank you. But before I do get out of here, I want to rate the episode. So episode 4, it's like a 3, 4 to me. It's just bad TV. But episode 5, because of the action, the solid action, tailed off in the end. I'm gonna go with a solid 8 because I love Jedi fighting. I love the prequels because I like with a whole bunch of Jedi around. The original trilogy, which was great. It's only one Jedi, Luke, and even the sequels, it's only one Jedi, Rey. So I
Right.
like the prequels, and I like this because there's many Jedi in their highest form. So I'm gonna go with a solid 8 to maybe 8.5, Josh, somewhere in there. E, how would you rate it though?
Definitely giving it a. I'm giving it. Which one is this? What we rating? Both of them are just.
Go both of them. Do 4 then 5. So
All right. So 4, I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give it 8 because I like to enjoy the mystery.
okay.
5, I'm giving a 9 because of that motherfucking action. Jesus, Jesus, man.
Chloe,
I loved it. Oh, I
we're
loved
around to
it.
you. Episode 4 and 5. How would you rate them?
Smoking Jedi pack.
Episode 4, I'm gonna have to go with like a 7 because I saw episode 5. If you would have asked me this last week, I'd have been like, I don't know. I couldn't even rate it, maybe 6.5. But because I saw that it led up into the next episode, definitely a 7, maybe a 7.5.
Okay.
And then the 5th episode, definitely like a 9.
Okay. And Josh?
For me, the 4th episode was an 8.5, and the half is because how it ended. that was great. And then they kind of alluded to it was going to be a connected episode because you can tell by the editing, if I'm being honest. So once you see 5 is a 9 for me. I just love the episode. And I also, to East Point, we're starting to figure out the mystery of what the Sith actually wants. Because what's motivating you, the stranger, Chimera? So I feel like the fact that he has twins, right? Twin Jedi sensitive twins, where one is a positive side in the Force, the other's negative. One's light and one's dark, and they both have that Force dyad that Kylo Ren and Rey had. That's why we saw Palpatine absorbing the power, because when you have a Force dyad, it actually gives more power to the Sith. So to me, it's interesting to Big Mike's point and the close point and to East point, to be fair, he's definitely going to try and turn OSHA because then it's going to complete the set. Because he's still going to need both. There's a reason why May is still alive, because as we saw, anyone he wanted to be dead is not alive. So for me, that's where I see it going.
Okay. Well, good, guys. Once again, appreciate everybody in the comments, E and Mr. and the rest of you guys.
Pack.
Yeah, we spoke in about 8 Jedi packs tonight. They all went down, but we'll see how next episode unfolds. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, E. Thank you, Josh. And we'll see you guys next week.
May the Force be with you.
Peace.